What is the Mogollon Monster? Inside of Arizona is the gigantic 200-mile-long Mogollon Rim, but inside of the Mogollon Rim is the 7-foot-tall, 400-pound Mogollon Monster. The Mogollon Monster stands over 7 feet tall, is covered in reddish-brownish fur, with a bare chest, face, hands, and feet, and possesses strength exceeding that of any known animal in North America. Similarly to the Florida skunk ape, it leaves behind a very foul smell, which has been compared to dead fish, a skunk with bad body odor, decaying peat moss, and the musk of a snapping turtle. It is, most likely, a type of Sasquatch, reported to be omnivorous, active at night, and incredibly aggressive, entering into camps and howling for hours on end. The earliest recorded sightings of the creature came in 1903 from a magazine called the Arizona Republican from a man named I.W. Stevens, who reported the creature possessing long white hair and a matted beard that reached to his knees. It wore no clothing, and upon his talon-like fingers were claws at least 2 inches long. Upon further inspection, he noted a coat of gray hair near the cover of his body, with here and there a spot of dirty skin showing. He later stated that after he discovered the creature, he saw it drinking the blood of 2 cougars. It threatened him with a club and screamed the wildest, most unearthly screech. The next sightings came in the 1940s from a Boy Scout who said the creature was huge. Its eyes were deep-set and hard to see, but they seemed expressionless. His face seemed pretty much devoid of hair, but there seemed to be hair along the sides of his face. His chest, shoulders, and arms were massive, especially the upper arms, easily upwards of 6 inches in diameter, perhaps much, much more. I could see he was pretty hairy, but didn't observe really how thick the body hair was. The face and head were very square sides and squared-up chin, like a box. In 2006, a member of the White Mountain Apache Nation in Arizona, by the name of Colette Altaha, stated, "We're not prone to easily talk to outsiders, but there have been more sightings than ever before. It cannot be ignored any longer." "No one's had a negative encounter with it," said Marjorie Grimes, who lives in White River, the primary town on the reservation. When asked about her encounter, she reports, "It was all black and it was tall. The way it walked, it was taking big strides. I put on the brakes and raced back and looked between the 2 trees where it was, and it was gone." Regarding local reports, Tribal Police Lieutenant Ray Burnett states that a couple of times they've seen this creature looking through the windows, and they're very frightened when they call. He stated the calls that we're getting from people, they weren't hallucinating, they weren't under the influence of anything, they weren't the type of people that we know can make hoax calls. They're from real citizens of the Fort Apache Native Reservation. Given the descriptions coming from eyewitnesses, it's pretty clear that the Mogollon Monster is some type of Bigfoot. While skeptics are pretty quick to write off Sasquatch encounters as just misidentified bears, none exist in the same area as the sightings. So the question is, well, what type of Bigfoot are they? In my opinion, given their relatively sparse fur, by Bigfoot standards, relatively small size, again, by Bigfoot standards, an apparent intelligence sufficient to wield clubs, I would classify the Mogollon Monster as a Type 4 Bigfoot, which is a relic hominid.